Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing a classmate who not only excelled inside of the classroom, but also outside of school. He proved to me that you don't have to be 6 foot tall to play sports. Unfortunately, he failed to tell me that you have to have a measurable amount of talent, so I rolled my ankle playing basketball. But, ladies and gentlemen, your Student Congress President, Blake Ligon.
Thanks, Andrew. Class of 2012, we finally made it. While it's disappointing that the world is going to end in a few months, at least we can say we graduated high school, right? We can definitely agree that we're going out with a bang, which is funny because of the whole exploding world thing happening soon. What we've accomplished in the past 12 years is a feat that sets the tone for the rest of our lives. Whatever you are pursuing after your time in Plano, you're following a dream. And that dream is completely different from the person sitting beside you. It is truly incredible that today, almost 1,000 students are embarking on a journey that will take us to completely different, yet equally incredible places. Some of you may know exactly where you're going, and some of you may not have the faintest idea, but take care knowing one thing. One goal is done. One dream is accomplished and conquered and secured. We have graduated from one of the finest high schools in existence, and we are poised to carve out a part of this world for ourselves. Knowing that, it's incredibly important to recognize the various people who have helped us to reach this point. I think we can all definitely thank 2 people in our lives, without whom we most likely wouldn't be here today. So to the respective creators of SparkNotes and Wikipedia, we all say a huge thank you. But an even bigger thank you is reserved to the people who have been with you from day one. Whoever has raised you, whether you're related or not, and whether you even like them or not, they have performed a service that we can never hope to repay. It's hard to imagine that there are more difficult things in life than essays and girlfriend drama, I know. But someone in your life has fed you, clothed you, sheltered you, and loved you unconditionally. And since I'm pretty sure we've all done some pretty stupid things sometimes, it's nice knowing that that love is indeed unconditional. I think it's safe to say that the best way to repay these amazing loved ones is to become the best people we can be. That will not look even remotely similar from person to person. But know this, as long as your heart is beating, your potential in this world is truly unlimited. It's easy to make excuses to ourselves. I'm not smart enough, or I'm not rich enough, or in some extremely rare cases that are completely off base, I'm not tall enough. But every time you make an excuse, you just miss an opportunity to accomplish something that you are fully capable of accomplishing, no matter the obstacles. The poet Robert Frost was writing about following paths in life, and he said, "I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." This sounds great and all, but if you're lost in the woods and you ignore the well-worn path on purpose, that's pretty stupid because that was probably the one that was going to get you out of the woods. But what Frost may really mean is that people are followers by nature. They want to go with the flow, stick with the crowd, and stay safe and reserved. But it is when individuals break free of the status quo that creates the material for our history books. So, class of 2012, we have so much that we have to be proud of today. We have worked so hard to get to this point, but our work is not done. The scholars of the world are saying that we're the laziest generation in history. Well, to them, I'd say, I'd like to see you get a 50-kill streak in Call of Duty, mister. But I'd also like to point out the unbelievable amount of work that it took to get us here. I'd like to point out all the championships, awards, scholarships, acceptances, and successes that this group has achieved. And I'd also like to point out the vast amount of potential in this room, just waiting to be unleashed to create a better world. One part of our journeys may be ending, but in reality, it's just beginning. So to the Plano West Senior High School class of 2012, job well done. Congratulations on reaching this goal, and good luck with all of your future endeavors, for I know they will be incredible. God bless. Next up, we've got a man whose sensational humor, constant kindness, and dashing good looks are all too apparent. It is my privilege to introduce my friend and your senior class president, Mitch Mabry.
Hello, class of 2012. Hello, moms, dads, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters. We did it. It's finally here. I'm here to say that we are the future. Follow your dreams. These days are the best of your lives. The friendships that you made here at Plano West will stick with you forever. And so on and so forth with more graduation speech cliches. I know this ceremony feels like it's dragging on forever, but don't worry. In just a few short minutes, we'll get to hear over 1,000 names called. Yes! So for the sake of time and your attention spans, I will model this speech after a miniskirt. Long enough to cover the important things, but short enough to hold your attention. Let me preface things by saying thank you to those who deserve appreciation. Thank you, teachers. You taught us so much more better than any of us could have think of. You taught us so much more better than any of us could have thunk of. Sorry. Another shout out goes to our parents. Thank you for facilitating our countless hobbies, no matter how stupid or how short-lived they were. Thank you, class, for making our final year of high school so memorable. But most importantly, as Blake said, above all, I want to say thank you to the creators of Facebook, Google, and Wikipedia. I can't touch on that enough. I honestly do not think I would have graduated high school if it wasn't for those wonderful pieces of heaven. I think I used Wikipedia on just about every single assignment I had, especially the ones where the teachers took the time to bold and underline, Wikipedia may not be used as a source. Yeah, right. Further, there are several times that I would literally wait until the night before a project was due, get on Facebook, find somebody in my class, whether or not they were my friend or not, and ask them what the assignment was. With 8 Google tabs open, an insane amount of caffeine, and the acceptance that I was going to be a zombie the next morning, somehow I was continually able to pull off clutch assignments. But I'm sorry, I've strayed a little bit off of where I was supposed to go with this speech. My topic is to describe how the powerful wolf pack is united and full of spirit. Now, this was a difficult task. How was I supposed to sum up such a wonderful group of people in just a few short minutes? Well, thank God, just when I thought all hope was lost, Zac Efron's voice appeared to me. He told me that we are all in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars, and we see that. We're all in this together, and it shows when we stand hand in hand. It makes our dreams come true. All right, so there's that. But in all seriousness, class, I think we're going to do great things in our following years. We have been anxious for this day since we walked into Shepton and Jasper, and after looking at Twitter today, I realized some of you guys were ready for this in 6th grade. Wow. In school, you're taught a lesson and then given a test, but in life, you're given a test and taught a lesson. I have no doubt in my mind that we, students of the number 63 high school in America, and that is a real statistic, by the way, will be able to accomplish great things. We've been given the tools and knowledge to succeed wherever life takes us. How are we going to live the next 4 years? I know how I'm going to live. YOLO, of course. Yes, YOLO. You only lead once. Sorry to be a buzzkill, but it's true. This class is full of leaders, and if we all use our potential, we will become superstars. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to leave you with one closing thought, that as we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. La la la, la la la. All right, thank you guys. I love you so much. Up next is someone who needs no introduction. She is the alpha wolf and the most spirited person at Plano West. Please help me welcome to the podium the best principal of the best school, Miss King.
It is my honor to thank you, the Plano West graduates of 2012, for continuing the excellence of leading with pride. Wolfpack, you have captured the attention of the world with many state and national titles in the area of fine arts, academics, and JROTC. I know that you've heard about our state championship in soccer, but I would also want for you to know that we received 24 other state titles this school year. Newsweek, U.S. News and World Report, Washington Post, you name it, they all say the same thing. Plano West Senior High School ranked in the top 1% of high schools across the nation. You are ready to go forward, and I encourage you to stay true to your core values and to uphold Plano West by continuing to work hard, playing hard, and reaching out and helping others. You've been awarded over $11 million in scholarships, and we celebrate this afternoon the third graduating class of our AFID students. A simple demonstration for you, our guests in the audience, so that you have a clear understanding of the success of our outstanding seniors. I will recognize just a few. At this time, with the 26 National Merit finalists and 4 Hispanic scholars, please stand. Would their parents please stand and be recognized with you? Please stand, National Merit. Thank you. Please be seated. 2012 West graduates with a 4.0. Would you and your parents please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Thank you, and please be seated. Graduates, if you as an individual or a member of a team have advanced through playoffs, regional, state, or nationals, would you please stand and be recognized as an outstanding member of the Plano West Wolfpack? Thank you. Please be seated. Mr. Matkin and members of the Plano Independent School District Board of Trustees, I am pleased to announce that the students seated before you have met all state and local requirements to participate in this ceremony as prescribed by the Plano Independent School District Board of Education and the Texas Education Agency. I now hereby declare each graduate worthy of a high school diploma from Plano West Senior High School. 2012 graduates, we're all very proud of you. I will miss you while you're away, but I will have you in my heart forever. It is my honor to welcome you to the stage to be recognized for your achievement. The introductions of seniors will be made by Plano West teacher Mr. Kelly Mercer, our counselors Kathy Hobble, Michael Caprillion, Julie Talent, Michelle Altum, Tracy Stafford, and Miss Lynn Gafford as the special assistants, and our Director of Guidance, Ann Wright. The presentation of the scrolls will be named and made by our previously announced guest, with the assistance from Suzette Prince, Jan Johnson, and Mr. Carl Herman in honor of their service. The ceremony will end with a formal recessional. We do ask for our guests if you would please remain seated during the recessional. Your graduates will meet you in Exhibit Hall A at the conclusion of the ceremony. Graduating class of Plano West Senior High School, please come forward to receive your honorary scroll. Parents, family members, and guests, I welcome you to stand in celebration of your graduate when your student's name is announced. Thank you very much.